bark, and a white-yellow flesh. But I bought this one from our local Vons on College. The cassava, or yucca plant, is one of the most significant food crops in the tropics and subtropics. It is the third largest source of carbohydrates for humans in the world, behind wheat and rice. It is originally native to South America, but now primarily produced in Africa and parts of Asia, if not as a primary staple food crop, a close secondary co-staple. As the Western world continues to focus on winning the evolutionary arms race, developing high-yielding varieties, and also combating the world's finite amount of arable land, as places like Asia and Africa are benefiting from the cultivation of the cassava plant, I can't help but wonder, are we missing something? Let's first consider soil. The cassava plant is known for being grown by small-scale farmers using traditional methods. Its large leaf production naturally suppresses weeds, as its branches create a canopy that shade weed from sunlight. In addition, the leaves that have fallen off the tree act as a natural fertilizer for the plant, returning NPKs back into the topsoil ecosystem. So what about water? Cassava is known for being highly efficient and self-sustainable. Known for tolerating drought better than most crops, they only need about 2 to 3 months of adequate moisture and subsequently are drought resistant thereafter. And the yield? What makes it extremely appealing for farmers is the amount of flexibility they have when it comes to harvesting. Although the root is ready to be harvested after 6 to 12 months, it can remain in the ground for up to 2 additional years. In 2015, Nigeria led the world in cassava production, capping off the year's total worldwide at just around 300 million tons. Socially, this crop gives a lot of power and autonomy to the poorest of the poor, providing a stable source of food and income for themselves and their communities. This is important as these regions of the world become more and more populated, therefore making food security a higher priority. And let's face it, we all know that the planet cannot support the detrimental level of ecological footprint the wealthier countries of the world have been demonstrating. This means we need to be alert to other alternatives that balance both a high-quality standard of living and a reasonable level of ecological sustainability. Beyond food, cassava can be utilized as a source of starch in the form of tapioca. You know, that weird stuff your mom always used to put in your school lunches, ethanol, and animal feed, mixing its chopped roots, stems, and leaves into silage for feeding cattle and pigs. I don't actually know how feasible cassava plant production would be in the U.S., and I'm not saying I do. What I do think is that it's important to promote food security and sustainability over foods that maintain our cultural and agricultural past. Who knows? Maybe that could mean just starting with this cassava root. Thank you.